Alright, so I'm about to get on this video real quick, more about the capers. Alright, so the Capiet surname is a rare variation, or the type of the more common Capet surname, which is most famously associated with the Capetian dynasty of French kings. Although its exact meaning as a nickname is unknown, the Capet name was historically found in the USA and Canada, with most families located in the US around 1920. So again, they're talking about the Capetian dynasty, and then they're talking about the Capet family name was historically found in the United States and Canada. But I thought the Capetian dynasty was in France. So how are most of the family names historically found in the United States and Canada, with most families located in the US around 1920? But because they always been here. The name Capet was initially a nickname for the founder of the Capetian dynasty, King Hugh Capet. So it says Capieton surname appears to be a rare English habitual name derived from the place name Capton in Devon, which itself means a state of the man called Capia. The name is unknown in Britain and is likely an archaic or altered form of the similar surnames of Caperton or Caperton, right? So it says Capieton as a surname appears to be a rare English habitual name derived from the place name Capton in Devon. So hold up. It's a rare surname, it's a real surname, and the variation of it is Caperton, right? Now hold up here. Watch this. Caperton. Okay, so I really want to get to the Caperton family. All right, this is where they say the origin of the name Caperton came from. The name Caperton arrived in England after the Norman conquest of 1066. The Caperton family lived in Lincolnshire. They were descended from Lee Capier of Aincourt in the bailiwicks of Cox, Normandy. Now hold up, Normandy. Let's look up Cox, Normandy. Where did they originate from, and who was their ancestor? Where did they come from? Saint Valery and Cox, town in France. So they're from France. The Capertons, the Capietons, Saint Valery and Cox is a picturesque coastal town in Normandy, France, known for its dramatic white chalk cliffs, charming marina, and pebble beach. So Capieton is a surname, but Capieton also means Caperton. And where were the Capertons from? France. Okay. We know it's the same name, guys, and they're from France. And what does Capieton or Caperton mean? I already looked it up. So now that we know that we're from France, we know this is other spellings. Caper, capers, it's same thing. Caper and capers, same family. So it says the caper or capers surname has several possible origins. Capieton originated in France. Caperton, same name. Capers, caper, same name. They originated in France. Okay. Remember, I showed you earlier, Capieton, French. The Capiet surname is a rare variation or a typo, but we know it's a real surname, guys. It's a real surname. I'm going to show you. It's a real surname. Variation or typo of the most common Capet surname. So it's a rare variation of the Capet surname. So if it's rare, why is it rare? Because they're the original. It's the original name. Capieton, Capiet, Caper, Capers. Same name. Different variation. The original Capietons or the Capers. Already traced. Capieton, Caperton, France. Capiet, surname is a variation of Capi or Capet, which is in France. The dynasty, Capiet is in the name, Capieton. It's the same name, same people, guys, same people. No difference. This is who we are. This is who the Capers are. They're the Capetian kings. The Capetian kings, guys. And let's go look at the Capetian line. Oh, the Capers or the Capetians or the Capietons or the Capers, same family, all the same. Different variations of the same name. Ruling House of France. We don't know the original name. We know who the original people are. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what the name is. They've always known who they were. The wording of your conquerors and how you spell your name. But it's a different, same name, different meaning. These are all English. You can read them in English. Doesn't matter what. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes people don't realize you're reading in English regardless. Even if you read Spanish, you can still, it has letters. It's just like, different words, different wording. Still, like, you can still say it's English kind of, because they're using English letters. The alphabet, I'm just being real. Like, Tecumseh English, that's an American Indian name, but you're reading in English. I don't know. But yeah, Capetian dynasty, ruling house of France. During the feudal period of the Middle Ages, by extending and consolidating their power, the Capetian kings laid the foundation of the French nation-state. The Capetians all descended from Robert Strong, Count of Anjou, and of Louis, whose two sons, usually styled Robertian rather than Capetian. Interesting. They were both crowned kings of the Franks, whose in 88 Robert I and 922 of the Robert I's son, Hugh the Great, restored the Carolingian dynasty. Let's look up Robert the Strong real quick. He was the ancestor of the Capetian kings of France. Member of the powerful aristocratic family of a count of various regions between the Seine and the Loire rivers. Robert served the Carolingian king of France, Charles II, the Bald. By his bold and inspiring military leadership, he succeeded in checking the deep traditions of the northern, who were laying waste to the settlements of the Loire. A victory over the Northmen in 1865 was followed by the king's grant to Robert of full control over Neustria early the next year. He was killed in a skirmish against the Northmen in September. The memory of Robert's exploits and the lands he had acquired brought great influence to his family. His son Louis and Robert I both became kings of West Francia, and the Capetian kings were his direct line. So, Robert Capet? Capiet. Robert Capiton. Caperton. Same family. So, Carolingian dynasty. Carolina. North Carolina. South Carolina. Like, think about it. Carolingian dynasty. The Capers are from South Carolina. North Carolina. Carolingian dynasty. They're already there. Capieton. Capet. Caperton. Same family. They established the rule over Western Europe. The dynasty's names derives from a large number of family members who bore the name Charles, most notably Charlemagne. Okay, the family power came to power as hereditary mayors of the palace of the Frankish kingdom Austrasia, and by the time of Pippin II of Herstal, who became mayor of the palace in 679, they had reduced the nominal Merovingian kings to mere figureheads. Indeed, in 687, Pippin II gained effective rule of the entire Frankish realm when he defeated his Neustrian rival, Evian, at his death. Okay, well, I'm just going to stop there for that. So Robert the Strong was the ancestor of the Capetian kings. So, what was his last name? Capers. It's like the Capetian and Capet was, how are the ancestors of the Capetian kings when I thought it was Hugh Capet, is what I'm trying to figure out, The Capetians all descend from Robert the Strong. Count of Anjou and Blois. So, okay, so he's the main descendant where they got their wealth and power from. Okay, that's what I read. Okay, never mind, I'm stupid. I'm not stupid. Whose two sons, usually Sar or Bertian rather than Capetian, were both crowned king of France. Leeds in 88, Robert I in 922. Through Robert I's son Hugh the Great restored the Carolingian dynasty in 936. So Robert I in 922. So Robert was a Capetian, or Capier, or Capet. So it's like this. His son Hugh Capet, right? His son was Hugh Capet. So if his son was Hugh Capet, Robert was a Capet. Robert the Strong was a Capet. Like that's what their name was. We all know that. Okay. So it's like, that's how easy it is. Never mind, my fault. The 13 kings from Hugh Capet to the infant of John I, who succeeded one another from father to son, and John I's two uncles, Philip V and Charles, are designated as the Capetians of the direct line. So, 13 kings from Hugh Capet to the infant John I. Alright, so we'll look up John I. Give me a second. He was the king of France. John I was the king of France, the posthumous son of Louis V of France by his second consort Clemens of Hungary. He died just a few days after his birth, but is nevertheless reckoned among the kings of France. His uncle who succeeded him as Philip has been accused of having caused his death or of having substituted a dead child in his place, but nothing has ever been proved. In 1358, a man called Giano in Florence persuaded Clement's nephew, Louis I of Hungary, that he was John I, but otherwise he met with little success and died in jail in Naples. 13 kings from Hugh Capet to the infant John I, who succeeded one another from father to son, and John I's two uncles, Philip and Charles, are designated as the Capetians of the direct line. So they're the direct line of the Capers, or the Capetians, Capet, same name. Remember, Capiet is a variation of Capers, or Capet, so same name, because they both come from France. Nobody's just going to put Capieton in your name, and then you got the Capiets, and they know who they are. They know. Just like I said, Crowley and Crawley, different variations of the same name, and they kept that lineage intact. And they're going to say, they separate these names. Like, they separate them, kind of like, so like you can still trace the lineage by the coat of arms, and I'm going to do that too. I'll give you some coat of arms as well eventually. It's just that they made it easy for us to trace our ancestors. Like our ancestors did. They made it easy. Of these 7 kings, so are designated as the Capetians of the direct line. Okay, so we're talking about the direct line of the Capers. They were followed by the 13 Capetian kings of the house of Oli. So these are Capers, House of Oli. We can look these people up. So the Valois, we're going to say Valois dynasty, the royal house of France from 1328 to 1589, ruling the nation from the end of the feudal period into the early modern age. The Valois kings continued the work of unifying France and centralizing royal power begun under their predecessors, the Capetian dynasty. So, you know what predecessors means, like previous person at a job before someone else. So, same family, right? It's the same branch. They already said that. The Capetian dynasty, it doesn't matter, they're the same people. The House of Valois was a branch of the Capetian dynasty for which descended from Charles of Valois, whose Capetian father, king, or Caper father, remember that? We all know the name, guys. King Philip III awarded him the county of Valois in 1285. Charles, son and successor Philip, Count of Valois, became king of France as Philip in 1328, and thus began the Valois dynasty. The house subsequently had 3 lines. The direct line beginning with Philip, which reigned from 1328 to 1498. The Valois Orleans branch, which consisted of one member, Louis XII, son of Charles, Duke d'Orleans, a descendant of King Charles the fifth, and 3, the Valois Angoulême branch, beginning with Francis I, son of Charles, Count of Angoulême, another descendant of Charles V that reigned from 1515 to 1574, succeeded by the Bourbon dynasty, another branch of the Capetians. So all these dynasties, the early King of Valois dynasty, so they're just going to say Valois. Like, Valois is a place, guys. So it's a place. So they gave him a county called Valois. So Charles Capeton, or Capier of Valois, whose Capetian father, King Philip III, awarded him the county of Valois. So that's how I know these capers. So Louis, the Charles V, he was a caper. Well, this time Charles. I don't know if this is Charles V. V is V5. I don't know if that's. I'm reading that right. Charles V. Let me look it up. Yeah, Charles V was the Holy Roman Emperor. Hold up, so Charles V, right? Am I reading this right? There's no way I'm reading that right. Okay, hold up. So Charles V, all right, so hold up. This the same guy or my... Okay, guys. Okay, hold up. Guys, what the fuck? Charles V was a powerful Habsburg ruler who, in the 16th century, controlled vast territories including Spain, the Holy Roman Empire, the Netherlands, and much of the Americas. Guys, where's Habsburg at? And he was known for his military ship. He fought Protestantism, the French, and Ottoman Empire. So hold up, guys. Charles V was French. That's who he is, guys. He's a capers. I told y'all they separate history, bro. Charles V, powerful Habsburg ruler, 16th century, controlled vast territories including Spain, the Holy Roman Empire, the Netherlands, and much of America. So hold up. He controlled vast territories including Spain, the Holy Roman Empire. But who's the Holy Roman Emperor, guys? Charles V, called the Wise, was King of France from 1364 to his death in 1380. Nah, we're not playing that. We know this the same dude. Same guy, guys. Same fucking dude. Y'all can't tell me he wasn't. There's no way there's two Charles V. Guys, no. Y'all that go cat like that, bro. I ain't gonna sit here and lie, bro. Nah, bro. This the same dude, bro. Alright, so, yeah. This the same dude. They say 1380, guys, but nah, hell nah. Same years, dude. I said, they lie in history, bro. This is the same nigga. Ain't no way y'all have the two of the same kings not being the same. Yeah, this is the same dude. So the Capetian dynasty, or the Capers, they were the Holy Roman Emperors. All right, where was Flanders at? All right, so they talk about the Netherlands. Talking about the Netherlands to Austria, the Kingdom of Naples, reaching overseas in Spanish America. He struggled to hold his empire together against the growing forces of Protestantism. Protestants, increasing Ottoman and French pressure and even hostility from the Pope. At least he yielded, abdicating his claims to the Netherlands and Spain in favor of his son Philip II, and the title of emperor to his brother Ferdinand I, retiring to a monastery. All right, so we know that we were just reading about Philips and the Capetian dynasty. Is there a Philip II in the Capetian dynasty, guys? There is a Philip II of the Capetian dynasty, guys. Same people. They want to separate it. Just like they separate history. They know exactly who these people are. Philip II of France, also known as Philip Augustus, was a powerful Capetian king who greatly expanded the royal domain and strengthened the French monarchy by reconquering territories from the English and implementing efficient political administration. His reign from 1180 to 1223 solidified the Capetian dynasty's power and set a precedent for future rulers by centralizing government and enhancing prosperity. Same dude. So, and here, think about this for a second. Read this. Philip II aggressively reclaimed French territories held by English king, conquering Normandy, Anjou, Maine, America, guys. Same places. Maine, same place. In Poitou, he also expanded the royal domain into Flanders and Languedoc. So Flanders, we were just talking about Flanders. Let me go back to Charles V, and let's go read more on Philip II and the other dude. So Philip II was the king of Spain. How? You know, it's crazy. Maybe these people were connected, guys. Philip II, I'm not gonna read from Wikipedia. Philip II and Valladolid, Spain, died 1598. Wrong. We don't know when he died, guys. Just history. Was the king of the Spaniards and king of the Portuguese, champion of the Roman Catholic Counter-Reformation. Was he? During his reign, the Spanish Empire attained its greatest power, extent, and influence throughout, though he failed to suppress the revolt of the Netherlands and lost to the Invincible Armada in an attempt to evade the invasion of England. Philip was the son of Holy Roman Emperor Charles V and Isabel of Portugal. From time to time, the emperor wrote Philip secret memoranda impressing on him the high duties of which God had called him and warning him against trusting any of his advisors too much. Philip, a very dutiful son, took his advice to heart. From 1543, Charles conferred on his son the regency of Spain wherever he himself was abroad. From 1548 until 1551, Philip traveled in Italy, Germany, and the Netherlands, but his great reserve and his inability to speak fluently any language except Castilian made him unpopular with German and Flemish nobility. Philip contracted 4 marriages. The first was with his cousin Maria of Portugal in 1543. She died in 1545, giving birth to an ill-fated Don Carlos. Yeah, that didn't happen, so just so you guys know. Don Carlos in 1554, Philip married Mary I of England, so became joint sovereign of England until Mary's death. So joint sovereign, what is sovereign? One of possessing or held to possess supreme political power or sovereignty. Okay, an acknowledged leader, arbiter. And he married Mary I of England, right? Mary I was the first queen to rule England. In her own right, she was known as Bloody Mary for her persecution. Oh, wow. Bloody Mary, guys. For persecution of Protestants, the vain attempt to restore Roman Catholicism in England. The daughter of King Henry VIII and the Spanish Princess Catherine of Aragon, Mary as a child was a pawn in England's bitter rivalry with more powerful nations. Whew, so Bloody Mary. Okay. Wow. She probably a Crawley, just so you guys know. Well, this not her, but we know what the Crawleys really look like. Because we know they December William the Conqueror swarthy figure. That's not a swarthy figure, so you guys know. She's not swarthy. And I'm pretty sure they described Mary the First when I was reading the documents of the swarthy figures. She was on there and she was swarthy or dark skin, so that's not her. So yeah, Philip, he married Bloody Mary and became sovereign joint rule. They became joint sovereign ruler of England until Mary's death without issue in 1558. So I don't know, did he rule over England? Because I mean, you're sovereign until she dies. So who became king after Mary? Or do they have any kids? They don't tell you if they had kids or not. Where are their kids? Do they have kids or not? He became joint sovereign of England until Mary's death without issue in 1558. Philip's third marriage with Elizabeth of Valois, daughter of Henry II of France in 1559, was the result of peace of Cambridge. So hold up, time out for a second, guys. This is Philip II, right? Philip II. This is the other dude. We're not talking about the other guy right now, all right? We just read about the Capetian dynasty being of Valois, with Elizabeth Valois, daughter of Henry II of France. Interesting. We were just reading on this. Elizabeth of Valois, my fault. Elizabeth of Valois, right? Was the royal house of France from 1328. So the Valois dynasty, same thing we were just talking about. So they married. Guys, how is this possible? It doesn't make sense, guys. Remember, we're just talking about this dude. Now, how he somehow married into the family we were just talking about. And then there is also a same person that's in the same line. So they're the same people. He didn't marry into that same family. Same people. They just trying to separate. Yeah, so there's no way that this dude, Philip II, married a daughter of Henry II. He didn't. Was there a Henry II? Let me look at this up. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter. So, this dude, Henry II of Castile, Henry II, called Henry Trastamero the Fratricido, was the first king of Castile and Leon. From the house of Trastamara, he became king in 1369 by defeating his half-brother Peter to the Cruel after numerous rebellions and battles. As king, he was involved in the Ferdinand Wars and the 100 Years' War, and he was from Spain. Okay, so it's the same family. Because this dude's from Spain too, and he part of a dynasty, just so you guys know. We've heard of Castile and Leon before. They're definitely. Same guy as Henry II of France. Dates are wrong. They happened at the same time. Split in families, but we know they're the same. Because they're both kings. There's no way they're both kings, both part of a dynasty, but they're the same dynasty, and they're all in the same area. Like you could travel from France to Germany, like all down, like how they say you could like literally to go through Spain, like go up through Spain. You got to go through France to get to where you're gonna go to Germany. Like, this is the same family. They just separated the names. They trying to make these, they have two names, but it's one name. And then they break the dates, saying it's 1519, but it really is 1300s. Or you don't know what date it is. You just know that they're the same person. They're talking about, in foreign affairs, Henry continued his father's warfare against the Holy Roman Emperor Charles V. So he was fighting against Charles V. So Henry II of France was fighting against Charles V, but we know there's a Charles V of France. We also know there's a Holy Roman Emperor Charles V. And Charles V is a part of this nigga. I guarantee. Hold up. Hold up. Bro, this was in the 13th. Yeah. Okay, hold up. Henry II. We go to Henry II of Castile, right? He was born in 1300s, right? This Henry II was born 1519. We go to Charles V. We go to this Charles V. He's born in 1500s. Same as Henry II of same as, hold up. Well, I don't know where I was going with this. Hold up. Look up Charles V. All right, y'all, I'm about to really cook. Charles V was king of France from 1364 to 1380, right? Leading a remarkable recovery during the 100 Years' Wars, right? Charles V of France. Henry Castile, king of Spain, right? 1300s to 1379, born around the same time Charles V was alive. Right? And they saying he comes from Spain.